Okay, let's go. Let's get started. Part 4 of the Great Eternity. Case 5. Let's go. Anyway, here's my controller. Here we go. Here we are again at the scene of the crime. Now, to thrust these representation papers in Gregson's face and see what he makes of them. Hello again, Inspector. Do you have a minute, please? What is it now? You should go home and get some rest. Here you are, Gregsy. Here are the representation papers. Your ladyship! How? I don't believe it! How the devil did you get these stubborn little ragabash inside that? I salute you! That is good work. That is all. That is. I can see you're very busy here as well. How about some tea? It's a special blend designed to relieve fatigue. Lovely. Well, let's see now. Yes, I hardly feel tired at all. I'm as fit as a fiddle, your ladyship. Would it be already been investigated the scene of the crime then? Do as you please. You know where it happened. Through the door behind the counter. Yes, the storeroom. That's where I discovered Mr. Winterbank and Gina. Right. Well, I'll be getting back to business then. Will you be investigating in the storeroom as well, Inspector? If I'm perfectly honest, we need to wrap this up before long. Can't afford to spend too much time on it. But there are so many articles to go through, it's taking forever, even with the lads working around the clock. Which is a problem, cause there's another case the yard needs to investigate urgently. That must be what Lord Strongheart meant by far more serious matters before. So what I'm saying is, don't get under my feet, sunshine. Come on, come then. Let's not waste any time. So how about this? Seriously? There's the article ledger here and Mr. Winterbank's notes, and what's this? It looks as though someone left a little photographic print behind. Oh, look at the back. There's some writing. Is there? Oh, show us, Susie. Show us. 15th February, 10:30 p.m. Article deposited 1 gentleman's overcoat. Loan amount paid £1. Redemption deadline 15th April, 10:30 p.m. Gentleman's overcoat. Pawned for £1. Clearly it was a very fine coat. In fact, I think... Yes, this must be the ticket for the overcoat that Ginny redeemed yesterday. And it's still wearing, which belonged to Mr. McGilded. I would never expected the redemption ticket to be handwritten on the back of a photograph, though. It seems that the Winterbank just used whatever piece of paper he happened to have to hand. But this photograph of a cat, it looks very familiar, doesn't it? I'm sure I've seen this exact same picture somewhere else recently. Oh, yes, you're right. Very recently. The one Ginny gave us earlier. Of course, I was forgetting that she gave us that print. But what are you waiting for, Mr. Noah? Get it out! Alright. Let's the cog's turn. Yes, they are exactly the same. I got it. These two photographs hide an amazing secret. Secret? What does she mean? You must tell us, Iris, at once! Do you really want to know? Yes. I want you to tell us all you know about this pair of photographs. So Iris, about these two photographic prints. The one we found here on Mr. Winterbank's counter and the one Gina's gave us before. What is the amazing secret that you mentioned that's hidden between these two identical prints? Actually, that's not quite right. Sorry? If you look carefully, the two prints aren't the same. Not exactly. They're not? Have another look at them now. Wait a minute. Can you tell that they're slightly different from each other? Yeah! What? Like, the cat on the left is slightly off-center. It's like they're taken, like, with, like, in, like, a stereoscopic 3D. Like, if you could, like, if you cross your eyes, you... Like, it's like one of those things where you, like, where you basically, like, where you have to, like, stare at them and cross your eyes or something like that, I think. Okay. Okay, that's actually kind of hurting my eyes doing that again. I think so. It's very subtle, though. What's the reason for this subtle difference between these two prints? Well, it's because they're set, you see. No, I don't. This pair of photographs is meant to be used in a stereoscope. Everyone in London is raving about them at the moment. Yeah! Yep, a stereoscope. Why do I feel like I've heard that word before? Oh, yes! That's what Mr. Sholmes showed us yesterday. That thing right there. You see, there it is. Just over there. Ah, yes, of course. That magical machine that makes pictures look almost real enough to touch. Well, actually... It's quite possible to see the same depth in picture even without one of those contractions. By crossing your eyes. What? Really? Do you know how a pair of photographic prints can appear to have any depth in the first place? No, I have no idea. Oh, wonderful. Then I'll be able to tell you. She's over the moon, bless her. Should we let her explain, though? We really need to carry on investigating the scene. I, for one, simply have to know. Have you ever considered, Bruno, how our eyes see depth in the world around us? Well, I just opened them, and it works. But the reason it works is because we have two eyes. Two eyes? Shocking. If you try closing just one eye at a time, I think you'll see straight away. What you see with your left eye, and what you see with your right eye are ever so slightly different. You get a different view with each eye. Yes, the position of objects seems to shift slightly. Exactly, and in your head, your brain uses that shift to estimate depth as it merges the two views into one. That's how we can sense depth in everything we see. My brain really is amazing, isn't it? It does so much without telling me! I think I see. So the pair of photographs consist of a left eye view and a right eye view. Is that right? Oh, well done, Susie. You're so quick. So if you could persuade your brain to merge the two pictures together in your head, you'd be able to see the depth of these prints? Yes, Runo, you're beginning to understand. And a stereoscope's function is to act as your brain and to allow you to do just that? Yes, but as long as you have two images, two eyes, and one brain, you can actually do it yourself without needing a stereoscope at all. You can? Really? Let's try it. Let's see if you can view the pair of prints without the help of a stereoscope. Oh, yes. I'm dying to have a go. This son really loves this kind of thing. You need to be able to cross your eyes. That's the main thing. Can you both do that? Cross my eyes? I think I can. Watch me. See if you can copy. Make your eyes do this. Alright, let me try. Are you ready, Mr. Naruto? There, how's that? You both look ridiculous! Mr. Naruto, the trick is to concentrate on looking at the bridge of your nose with both eyes at the same time! Not exactly an easy test when two people are staring at you cross-eyed! Alright, that's enough practice. Let's try looking at the prints. Start pressing at one print, and slowly crossing your eyes. Alright. Alright. Try it with me, class. Oh, wait. You should see two overlapping images like this. You try it now, Bruno. I'm going to have to give it a try, I suppose. Is the print split into two images for you? Now the next step is to put the pair of prints side by side like this and try crossing your eyes again. They should slowly merge together until they form a new single image in the center. Oh yes! This is an auto. It works. I can see the middle now. It looks so real. I could do this all day. I wouldn't advise that. Your eyes might start to hurt. Your turn, Bruno. Pretend you're looking through the two pictures, and you slowly cross your eyes. Okay. Position your eyes until the two images overlap exactly in the middle. Try it with me, class. You know, it's really interesting I mean, it's interesting trying this, considering that I spent a lot of my life going through therapy to not see split images. Like this, is it? So tricky. There, you managed it. So now you know how stereoscopic images work. Well, I don't know who discovered it, but it really is quite extraordinary. I assume they just did what they just used their eyes. So what do you think of these new stereoscopic prints then, Bruno? They're certainly amazing, but it isn't easy to get the knack of viewing them properly. No, some people find it easier than others. But that's why contraptions like this exist, for people who find it tricky. Oh, I recognize that. We saw one over there yesterday, didn't we? If I remember correctly, you press this little knob here. Then set the pair of photographs in the stand in the back, and it's still amazing, even though I know roughly how it works now. Yeah. Well, Lemon seems to agree with you. Stereoscopes are very popular at the moment. You can find one of these folding contraptions in lots of households in the capital currently. But if these little machines are so affordable, surely there's no need to go around staring cross-eyed at pictures like you hate them. But it's much more satisfying to be able to see the effect with your own eyes. Well, I think so in any case. Stereoscopic pictures. I never even heard of them until yesterday. We certainly learned a lot about them, but I wonder if it's knowledge they'll actually need. Okay. Alright then. Oh. Can I please look at the broken glass down there? Oh, I'm working to keep track of these hundreds of items in pawn. It's too much to think about. Better to sell it all and have a clear head if you ask me. Good Mr. Winterbeck was very careful when it came to articles in his care. Seriously, is no one else? Police are scouring every inch of this place, by the look of it. They dropped it from the yard. I examined every article in the shop, at every ledger, and every book of account. Every article, but that's a ridiculous amount of work, surely. We've been hard at it ever since the top was declared a crime scene in the early hours. We were sifting through it all in shifts at least, but still, we've been walking through the night, that's for sure. And even then, we'll barely have scratched the surface. A crime in a pawnbroker's. It must be every policeman's worst nightmare. It's every couple's worst nightmare, you know, a crime in the pawnbrokers. It's a music box. Do you have it when you come from, Bruno? Yes, but I've never seen one as large as this in Japan. Oh, well, this will be a treat. Shall we have a listen? What do you think? Isn't it pretty sound? It's a beautiful sound, yes, but it's a little hard to enjoy when all the police in the room are giving you a fierce look. Never mind that. If any of them say anything, I'll tell Grexy to have a word. Iris Wilson, Superintendent of Scotland Yard. Hi, Super Nintendo Iris. The shelves are where a pawnbroker puts articles that have been forfeited on display for customers to buy. Yes, it's a really strange miscellany, isn't it? I mean, who would buy this horse statue, for example? Well, sometimes you could find some real treasures among all the junk, you know? True that, true that. Are you alright, Bruno? Oh, it's just, well, it looks like a collection of useless junk as a whole, but when you pick out individual things, you can't help wishing you owned them, even that horse statue. That's exactly how the pawnbroker works. They're very clever. It's much like, going thrift shopping. This officer has been staring intently at the wall since we came in here. Shh, keep it down! Oh, sorry. There's a major clue just there. Really? Then we must tell Grexy at once. But as soon as I report it, that'll be it. I'll be stuck here even longer. Stuck here? What do you mean? I have been in 2 days already. I need another constable to renege me and take over my shift. Really have a tough time, the British people. That doesn't stop us investigating, though, does it? No, I suppose not. But I'm fairly sure it was a calendar he was peering at. Look here. Oh yes, a bullet hole. And I could see the bullet is still lodged in the wall. Presumably, Mr. Winnebanks wasn't practicing with his revolver in his spare time. Well, Mr. Sholmes likes to practice in his drawing room whenever he can. He's very patriotic like that. Sorry? Sorry. It's all there in the Adventures of Herlock Sholmes, you know. Isn't that right, Iris? Did I write something like that? Partly in jest, perhaps. In jest? Well, he doesn't do it often. It's quite a dangerous pastime. He doesn't do it often! He shouldn't even do it once! Forget that for now, Runo. Let's examine this bullet. What's that around the bullet hole? It's blood. Huh, suspicious red stain on the calendar. Aha! I may well be able to help with that. What? There's nothing like the sight of blood that gets the blood pumping, is there, Runo? I have a feeling I'm not as bloody-minded as you, Iris. I'm afraid the sight of blood makes my blood run cold. There you have it. You see, when it comes to blood, we're all different types. Yes, what a scientific observation. So you need this. Oh no, what is that scary-looking thing? Hurley and I haven't actually come up with a name for it yet, but as soon as you see it in action, you'll understand what it does. Watch! It turns blood into green! The color of the blood stain has changed! There! Does that make sense now? Yes, I think I'm starting to understand. Good! It works on the principle that different people have different types of blood, you see? Yes, how wonderful! The chemical it fires combines with the blood it makes to change color. So you can identify whose blood it is that you're looking at in a flash. What a fabulous invention, Iris! Isn't it? Isn't it? I bet Ginny would say it's bleeding great! So, whose blood are we looking at then? Well, I think all the chemical does is turn the blood into a different color, so... Just find someone whose blood turns the same color, and you'll know who it belongs to. In a flash! She's doing her best. She's doing her best. It's more like 2 flashes, really, isn't it? 1 flash or 2. This could well turn out into a very valuable clue. So we must make a note of it in the court record. Alright. Let's keep testing and adding the results of any blood analysis to the portfolio. As long as I have a reagent left, sure. I'm fairly sure this contraption was here yesterday as well. Here we are, though I'm not confident I could get it closed again. Oh, yes, that's a floating stereoscope. Really? This is a stereoscope. Mr. Holmes showed us a picture yesterday that you were supposed to be able to see in 3 dimensions. But for that, he used a great big contraption over there. Ah, well, that's for use in public houses and places like that. It contains a carousel with all sorts of pictures inside. But this little thing is a much simpler design for use at home. There are special shops selling prints that you could use in them, and I have a little collection myself. I wonder if I could make money off of these in Japan. It would be keeping my toilet sparkling clean anyway. Seriously, these dolls are creepy. This is that strange contraption that lets you see pictures of things that are right in front of your eyes. It makes you think when Mr. Sholmes gleefully showed it to us yesterday, we were blissfully unaware that any of this was about to happen. Blah. Blah, blah, blah. Wait, is that a trumpet? Oh, that's a trumpet. I guess let's go to the back room. Behind that door is the is the storeroom, isn't it? That's what Grexy said. Yes, and that's why I saw that dreadful scene last night. Through the little window in the door. Oh my gosh, though. Mr. Windibank face down on the floor with Gina beside him. As the accused legal representative, you have the right to examine the scene, Mr. Naruhodo. We must make a thorough investigation. Yes, of course. And we will. Behind that door, that's the real scene of the crime. Alrighty. Don't worry. If there's clues in there, I'll find them. Let's go then. No, wrong button. Alright, Windibank's storeroom. Let's go. Oh no. Well, I guess we should test that blood then. Oh. Poor Iris. She's clammed up completely. Iris is bound to find this difficult. After all, Mr. Windibank's life was taken in this very room only last night. Oh, hey, Rigson. Ah! Wait, Insector! What is it now, Sunshine? You took one look at me and tried to run away. You think a Scotland Yard inspector would run away from some jumped up little defense attorney, do ya? Well... I've never seen our leadership looking like that before, is the thing. I didn't know what to say to her. So you weren't running away from me, you were running away from a 10-year-old. Oh boy. I'm afraid this is a little much for a young Iris. Some general reassurance might go a long way, perhaps, Inspector. Eh? Don't trouble yourself unduly, your ladyship. I mean, at least you're not dead, are you? Oh my gosh! Good job! I don't think that went very well! Look, I'm in the middle of an investigation here, Sunshine, and I told you not to get under my feet. Oh boy, and we have to investigate to do ourselves. Yes, I'd like to hear more of what the socially inept inspector has to say. Oh, Hurley, and inquire into how Mr. Sholm's operation is going. Yeah, like when she's here, she might be, like she's probably thinking about Sherlock or Herlock. Anyway, hey, Iris, my police have marked the position of a body with a chalk line. Oh boy, poor Mr. Windibank. He was a nice old man. Well, he was shot just once to the heart. Most likely the fella died instantly. You wouldn't have felt a thing. Still, I mean, that's kind of, I don't know. I don't even know what it would be like if I would want to. I mean, I just don't even want to. I mean, I can't imagine just dying without feeling a thing. Is the thing like I would kind of, I don't know. Maybe I would prefer that, but like when my time comes, but I don't know. This must be his blood then. Ah! I don't like to ask such a wretched time, Iris, but I wonder if perhaps... Don't worry, Susie. I'm ready for action. And blue? Blue? Who says blue? It's blue! Let's go! So, now we know the color of chemical turns when it reacts to Mr. Windibank's blood. Uh-huh. And it doesn't match our analysis of the bloodstain we found in the main shop. No, but let's add it to the sample, like the sample to the others we already collected anyway. All right, we got more blood. Woo! Oh, the gun is. Oh wait. Oh wait a minute. Oh wait. Huh? This is a revolver, a real one, and quite possibly the murder weapon used to take Mr. Windibank's life. Well, what's the matter, Susie? You and Bruno look like you're about to faint. Well, it's just that I've rarely seen a gun in the flesh, and I've had issues with guns in the past. And anyway, we saw Mr. Windibank with us yesterday, did we? Oh boy. Yeah, he kept doing that! Oh, I shot to take my own life! No! It must be the same gun. And last night, when I looked through the spy hole in the door to the storeroom here, she was holding it, but why? It was the same gun in Gina's hand. Mr. Windibank told us he only ever had a single bullet loaded in his revolver, didn't he? Well, it's empty now. The only bullet he had in his gun has been fired, so it can be fairly certain that only a single shot was fired with his revolver. Oh boy. Out of all the articles in the storeroom, is this the one thing that shows any sign of being ransacked? What is it, Iris? That's the box file that my manuscript was being kept in. Iris' unpublished story, The Hound of the Baskervilles. Surely that's not what all this... Sorry, Iris, but if you ask me, he sold it. Without telling you. We must check inside the box. At once. Yes. It was there. Iris' story was there. Really, it was. Well, that's good news, isn't it, Iris? Yes. I mean, of course, I believed Hurley when he said he deposited it here, but still, it's a relief to actually see it. Really, because that's not a very well hidden frown. Alright, so that wasn't stolen, but then what's going on here? Oh, Iris? Don't worry, I'm alright. But we must find the true culprit. Yes, absolutely. Look at all these articles that have been deposited. The room is stuffed full of them. Can't believe how many there are. There's a gramophone, Like a bicycle, musical instruments, even in some enormous paintings. And look, pieces of different people's lives. People quietly gathering dust in here together. There's something very peaceful about the atmosphere in here. Or at least there would be, if not for the chalk outline on the floor and the policemen shuffling around. What am I doing about that, Sunshine? Huh. Quite a bit here. Anyway, is that what I think it is? Your ladyship's latest... Yes, my latest story. It's called The Hound of the Baskervilles. A most fascinating title, your ladyship. Fascinating! And, I don't suppose would there be any mention of the humble self in this tale this time? Good question. I can't really remember. I see. Well, why would you, ladyship? It's August way. It's publication with either kid to the patient. You need worry, Inspector. I'm sure if you do appear, you won't be doing anything particularly remarkable. You're looking to be arrested, Sunshine? I didn't mean it like that! And even if I did, you wouldn't have bitten your ladyship's head off, wouldn't you? Okay. Alright, actually, why don't we take a look at this? Oh, frick, wrong button! I just assumed the A button presents, and the X button, examines. This is the ticket that Gina brought in here yesterday. Yes, having been entrusted by her by Mr. McGilded 2 months earlier. Argo deposited one gentleman's overcoat, and the other redemption ticket was in the pocket of that coat. Yes, for a small box deposited 2 days before the omnibus incident. Does that have anything to do with all this? Anyway, scene of the crime. So, Inspector, what do you make of the crime scene here? Pshaw, you've got eyes, haven't you? Use them! It is what it looks like. Nothing more, nothing less. Iris, could you lend me a hand? So, Gracie, what do you make of the crime scene here? Oh, yes, your ladyship. Do allow me to humbly explain. Last night, and shortly after the hours of 1 o'clock in the morning, Scotland Yard police attended at the scene. The one and only door to the storeroom was found locked from the inside. So it was locked from the inside. The lock appears to be broken now, though. Was that the police officers doing? Quite right, ma'am. Quite right. We took the liberty of smashing the door in, as humbly as possible. So, as you can see, the victim was discovered prostrate on the floor, thuswise. And next to the aforementioned body, we discovered the vile gutter child. Are you talking about Ginny? She's my friend, you know, Inspector. Miss Lestrade, the hapless girl, was curled on the floor, dead to the world. She's alive, you know. Yes, when I saw her, she appeared to be unconscious. And I'm afraid to say she had the gun that was used in her hand. No. Presumably, it's the gun that's still down there on the floor now. In her pocket, we found the key to the door as well. What? The key to the storeroom? And you say the storeroom has been locked from the inside, Inspector? Correct. All of which leads her ladyship's friend in something of a sticky situation, I'm afraid. A sticky wicket, if you will. Oh. Obviously, my personal opinion is that it's also some sort of misunderstanding. Of course it is, Inspector. Of course it is. So, how is Sholmes doing? Rexy, do you know anything about Hurley? Is the operation finished? Is Hurley alright? Is he? The thing is, don't mince words, Inspector, please! You don't mean to say that Mr. Sholmes is... No, the operation's done and dusted. It's just that, well, out with it! Yes, ma'am! They use something called a general anesthetic. It's the latest thing. Renders the whole body insensitive. The whole body anesthetized? Is that even possible? It means the operation can be completed while the patient is fast asleep. Goodness, in the Empire of Japan, we could just manage to provide laughing gas for a tooth extraction. The trouble is, the latest thing isn't always the greatest thing, if you follow my meaning. They couldn't get the medication to work at first, so it took hours for him to nod off, or so I hear. And that's how the ops. And now that the ops finished, they can't get him to wake up apparently. Oh my! No one knows if the anesthetic's still in his system, or if the bloke's just plain exhausted. But anyway, all they can do is stand by and watch until he comes round again. Oh no, Hurley. The moment he opens his eyes, your ladyship, I swear I shall get rid of you. What a surprise. Even in matters of life and death, Mr. Sholmes has had to do things his way. My gosh. Yeah, I can't. I don't see anything here. Okay. I don't think there's really anything in our inventory that could really be presented to him right now. How much tea does this guy need? I understand agree to. Okay. Nothing really interesting there. I guess let's look over here for a second. Nope, nothing here. Anything here? I want to investigate this thing on the floor! Green blood. It just seems wrong somehow. Oh, there are all sorts of different colors. There are pretty pinks and purples too, you know? Like I said, everyone's blood is different. I wonder what color my blood would turn out. Actually, I don't want to know. Okay, yeah, I got nothing. Like, I have no ideas. Cause he's not talking. Do we need to present this? I pretty much presented everything. Oh, what do you make of this? Ah, what have we here then? A redemption ticket for an article deposited here, is it? Looks like someone ran out of the office stationery, wrote the ticket on whatever paper was to hand. Yes, this is the ticket from Mr. Bigota's overcoat. The one that little diver turned up with yesterday. Oh, actually, no, it's not. Really? You know better than me, do ya? No, I didn't mean to. Bruno's right, Gregsy. It isn't the same ticket. Of course it isn't. Of course it isn't. I never doubted you, your ladyship. So, what is this all about then, if I may be able to ask? This is a second ticket. A second one? It seems that Mr. McGilden, in fact, had another ticket article in the storage here at Windibanks. Is that right? I think we need to discuss this further with the inspector, Mr. Nahato. Oh good, because he's ever so easy to talk to. So about the second redemption ticket. This thing was in one of the pockets of Mr. McGilded's overcoat. Eh? You mean to tell me? Yes, there was more than just the music box disc, it seems. I should have insisted on the lad taking it back to the yard and examining it properly. Well, according to the details of on this ticket, Mr. McGill deposited another article here with Mr. Winterbank. Yes, I can see it written here. Small box, was it? Ugh. Do you have any idea where it is, Ricky? Anything at all? It's another article belonging to not article. It could be an important clue. Well, yes, I suppose it could be. It could be. Please, stop looking at me with those big turquoise eyes. I'll full of hope and expectations. There's too much pressure. Oh, I'll lose my marbles, and I will go barking. This is no time for dog impressions, Inspector. What? That's enough sauce from you, Sunshine. There is one thing that springs to mind. According to this ticket, the redemption deadline's already passed, hasn't it? Oh yes, of course. The article is only held for 2 months. So the small box will no longer be in here then? That's right. It's been forfeited. Which means it could be on the shelves in front of the shop where all the forfeited items are offered for sale. Yes, those shelves in the front. We must search them at once. You're wasting your time. Huh? There are dozens of little boxes out there. Hundreds even. We can't possibly know which one might have been McGill. That's information not written in the ledger. Well, I think we should at least take a look, just in case. Of course, your ladyship, of course. You're very sensible of you, I'm sure. This is getting old. Ooh, fancy. Name unknown. Green. Pop Winterbank. Very nice. So how about we go look for that box then? Ah! Is it this thing? Yes, this is where all the items that have been forfeited by their original owners are offered for sale. That's right. They all got little price labels on them, but there are so many. I wonder if the small box is hanging on a shelf somewhere. The box that Mickey deposited here is just over 2 months ago. Even if it were, finding it promises to be very troublesome indeed. There are so many boxes. It could be any one of them. There's a show that a pawnbroker was the safest place to store anything, more secure than a bank's vault. So perhaps the small box of Mickey McGill contains something of very great value. Well, if that's the case, he'd probably have kept it locked. So then we need to find every box with a lock and break them all open. Yeah! Frick! That sort of misconduct would get you arrested. I won't let that happen. This takes me back. It's been some time since the Sana-san bust through me. How about this box? Okay, then I guess for shiggles. Guess for the shiggles, let's just check this. Nope! Nope, he has nothing for us here. Okay, I guess I'll just check every check to see if there's anything at all. If we're supposed to just go somewhere. Guessing not. I guess it will just be told she's not here. I guess she's being questioned. She doesn't appear to be here. I believe she must be in questioning at the moment. Oh, but wait a minute. What is it, Iris? Well, if you examine the scene here carefully, there's another possibility, isn't there? Ginny could have slipped the key from the jail when she was looking and escaped. Oh my! Why would she do something like that? Why? It would only make our situation worse. Calm down, Bruno. I was only joking, of course. Oh, you had me worried there. I thought it was a great deduction. Yes, it must be your way with words, Iris. You're so wonderfully persuasive. Perhaps you don't fully understand the weight of your words, Carrie. Oh dear, I'm sorry. I suppose a light-hearted great detective is a contradiction in terms. Well, in the same situation, I'm sure Mr. Sholmes would have just thrown his head back and guffawed. I'm not entirely sure that it's helpful, Mr. Naruhodo. Anyway, it looks like we won't be able to talk to Gina for a while. We should try to make progress with our investigation in the meantime. Yes, come along then, Bruno. Come along, Susie. Blah. Okay, well... I'm lost! I am lost as frick. Okay, fine. I need to actually... Okay, you win, game. What do I do? Let's see. No spoilers. Okay, spoiler free. Okay, Wait, this is Ace Attorney what? Okay. Alright, okay. Alright, part 4. Calendar, stereoscopes, shelf, music box. Okay, rotate. Left. Rotate left. Investigate. Desk, back door. Talk to Iris Wilson. Or wait, who's this Watson person in this walkthrough? Alright, Iris Watson, who apparently added white cat. White cup. Okay. Deposit. Wait, what? Wait, what? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Did I forget? I noticed the blood there, but I did not think, for some reason did not think that I was able to look at it. I don't know if you noticed, but there's something rather troubling here. I have noticed. The red smear, you mean? Yes, it looks like blood, doesn't it? I wonder if Susanna had picked up on that. Well, in that case, yes, we need Iris. We should know of this before we forget. Okay, okay, I guess we'll just... Well, why don't... I guess let's go to the main shop and talk to Iris about this. Oh, that looks like blood. I would say it's from a gloved finger. It's almost like certainly a glove made of leather, though. Well, don't worry, Bruno. You can leave the rest to me. Pew! Purple. Look at that. Yes, that's a color we haven't seen before, isn't it? You simply must add it to the portfolio of blood samples. It could be an important clue. Although it would be nice to find out whose blood these different colors correspond to at some point. Well, this particular stain of blood... Oh, you've had an idea, haven't you? Do you know whose blood this is? Maybe? Yes, I have an idea whose blood it is, not from the color it turned, but with a little deduction. That's right. I think it's clear. Iris, you know as well. You first, Bruno. Who do you think it belongs to? Alright, I believe this is the blood of... Could it be? Thrice-fired Mason? You don't sound very sure of yourself the way you trailed off there. Well, it was 2 months ago now, that case. And of course I never met the victim, so I'm struggling to remember his name. He was definitely fired, though. The victim of the omnibus case. Yes, his name was indeed Mr. Thrice-fired Mason. But that would mean that this blood stain was left on the ticket 2 months ago. Yes, I think it was. Gina brought this ticket here to Mr. Windibanks yesterday. I've suggested this bloodstain was already on it at that time, so it's a smear of blood from the time that Mr. Mason was killed 2 months ago. Something else is coming back to me now. Mr. McGilded was also wearing leather gloves that night. And now I ask you, what good-hearted soul wouldn't rush to help a bleeding fella from his stomach? I wasn't about to start worrying about me gloves now, was I? I arranged it. I have to give me the man a hand. It certainly does look like a leather gloved thumbprint, this mark. But we know that Mr. McGilded had no injuries at the time anywhere on his body, from which we can conclude that any blood on the glove belongs to the victim, Mr. Mason. Mr. Naruhodo, you just sound like Sholmes, minus the quirky slip-ups, I hope. Yes, I think you're right, Bruno. Very well. Let's make a note of this. The details of the pawnbrokers. Alright! And portfolio? Yeah! Alright! Ding dong, bing bong. Ah! I nearly jumped out of my skin there! How could Mr. Woody make such a wicked trap? I doubt he set out to scare anyone. Is that really the time? I think perhaps we should pay Gina another visit soon. Oh? Her trial is tomorrow. We must establish whether or not you'll be defending her. I think we should ask her one more time. She may have changed her mind. Don't you remember, Bruno? You told her she could rip up the representation papers if she didn't want you to be her lawyer. Really? Did I say that? Yes, you did. The deadline for submitting the paperwork is fast approaching. In that case, we had better hurry back to the prison and talk to Gina again. Alright, well, let's go to the prison. I really hope Sholmes is okay. I mean, I hope he comes out of this. Oh, okay, it would be a shame if he had to sit out this trial. Ah, Gina, good, you're back. Ah, the police must have finished questioning her then. Oh, how was it, Jeannie? Was it awful? Yeah? Oh, it didn't bother me. Thank you for your papers you signed before. It meant we were able to investigate with the banks. Oh, right. Don't you want to know how we got on? We've been never so busy. What's the point of it in asking? Won't change what everyone's saying that I did it. It's not. Gina, we came to ask for your final decision. Eh? What decision? About tomorrow's trial. You'll let me defend you or not? I must submit the paperwork now if you'd like Mr. Naruto to represent you. Right, I see. She really lost her fight all of a sudden. But I know what that feels like. That worry is just so hard to bear. Oh boy. I can't imagine what that's like for her. I mean, what being in here and just... Oh, man. Hey. Oh, alright then. Blimey, give it a rest with your eyes, Iris. So come on then, fill us in. Who's done it? Unfortunately, we don't know that yet. You don't say. We don't know yet, Gina. But Mr. Naruto and all of us know that you are innocent of this crime. And while we haven't yet managed to work out who the real culprit is, there are a number of interesting facts that we haven't managed to establish. Oh yeah? Like what? Well, for example, the reason for you being there in the first place. I think I know now. I know why you broke into Mr. Windibank that night. You know, if this was like 8-32 or 3, this would be a moment for the Cyclops, where the Cyclops will probably appear. Looks like we're going to have to take some evidence that clearly reveals a reason and thrust it in Gina's face, or I could present it to her calmly, I suppose. Take that! We found this in Mr. Windibank's storeroom. The manuscript of Iris' latest story. Oh, right. Well, that's good then. Curiously, the storeroom at Windibank showed no sign of being ransacked for items of value or the like. With one exception, the box-filled file that housed this manuscript. It was you, wasn't it, Gina, who broke open the box containing the manuscript last night? Eh? You were determined to find out whether or not the house of the Baskervilles was really there. That's the real reason you broke into the storehouse last night, isn't it? Why don't you tell us what happened, please? Alright, yeah. This Baskerville story is the latest Sholmes adventure, right? But it ain't been printed yet, so I figured it's gotta be worth a fair pieces of silver, right? Yes, at least £5,000. What? So, you intended to sell Iris' manuscript, did you? No, Ginny, how could you? What? Wait, no, hang on. Of course I wasn't gonna sell it. All I wanted to do was find out if the manuscript, or whatever you call it, really was there or not. That's the only reason I was there in the first place. For Iris' sake. Isn't that right? We knew why you'd done it from the start, Gina. Of course we did. But I knew you wouldn't do anything anything mean like that, Ginny. I just knew it. Well, when I saw the manuscript in the storeroom, it reminded me of what you'd said the night before. Grown-ups do a lot worse than that, believe me. Barefaced liars, a lot of them. You just ain't realized it yet. I'm telling you, that manuscript ain't at Windibank. You'd soon see if you had a look. If I'm honest, I have wondered if Hurley's telling me the truth sometimes. I mean, that I sometimes wonder if he had hidden my manuscript somewhere I don't know. Even though it's wrong of me to doubt him. Oh, Ginny, that's so sweet of you. Alright, alright. I'll tell you why I did it. Just stop looking at me like that, Iris. It weren't because of Iris. That's not why I did it. I just wanted to know the truth, that's all. So you wanted to know if Mr. Sholmes was being honest. If he'd really deposited the manuscript at Windibanks. It's like I told you the night before. I never had a father. But Iris is like Iris's lot ain't like mine. She's got her dad, only she can't see him. And I reckon that's gotta be Arda. That's why she writes her stories. They're about her dad, really. That's what it sounded like to me anyway last night when I was listening to what you were saying. Stories about Daddy? You mean they're not adventures of a great detective? So much as the adventures of a great detective and his trusty partner. Well, that's how I see it, yeah. Yeah, that's always what the Sherlock stories have always been. What those stories have always been about. Like, it was never about just the great detective. It was about the great detective and his partner. And his partner, who was a war hero. Do you agree? So you're so thoughtful and so kind, Ginny. Yeah, yes, and we never thought any differently, did we? Look, give it a rest, will ya? I ate all this chummy nonsense. Yeah, I ate it! I don't trust no one, right? That's how it works. Because if you don't trust no one can let you down. So leave me alone. Go on, Scarpa! I hadn't noticed until now, but it's unmistakable. Right there on both sleeves of that overcoat are some very suspicious red stains. What? Why are you looking at me like that? I think it might be worth presenting some other findings in that area of Gina now. I have a feeling this might be... We already have the representation papers in the documents we need. I mean, all we have to do is take them to the court clerk. That is, if you allow me to represent you in court tomorrow. Nah, don't bother. Ginny, rip them up a chunk of, would ya? Their representation papers, or whatever they're called. They're selling fast enough to have a bin. So, what will you do in court tomorrow? I'll be fine on my own. I don't think you will be. Look, it don't matter. What's gonna happen, is gonna happen. This is one stubborn pickpocket. Yeah, I have a feeling that's gonna change later on, so I wanted to at least get that, like, see that. But yeah, let's present this. Those stains on the sleeves of your new coat, Gina. They're blood, aren't they? Not that I know whose blood yet. What? Blood now, Hargo. You don't appear to have any obvious balloons in yourself, though. So it could be blood splattered from Mr. Windibank when he was shot last night. Well, let's not beat around the bush here. With this trusty friend of mine, we'll get the results much faster than anyone else. Eh? Take it easy, Iris. Don't move, Ginny. I'm going to shoot. Um, purple blood. Purple blood. Oh my. What the? Forget the sleeves. The whole coat is covered in blood. Of course. The black color of the fabric was masking the stains. That's why we haven't seen them until now. And the blood that has reacted with the chemical to turn a purple color. Wait a minute. Is that Mason's coat? Which matches the one of the samples we've already collected perfectly. Yes. Now let's see. Who had the purple blood? Aha. Yes, it was the brickmaker, Mr. Mason. The victim of the murder case 2 months ago. I knew it. What are you on about? The victim? What do you mean? Or Mr. Mason's coat. It's a rather uncomfortable situation, Mr. Naruto, but I think it makes things quite clear. It means the omnibus case is finally solved. The truth about who really murdered Rick Baker, Mr. Mason, is revealed. Oi! Would someone explain what's going on? Stop telling half a story. Yeah. We can see that the victim's blood is all over Mr. Miyota's overcoat. But in the trial 2 months ago, the defendant said that in his testimony... Now I ask you, what good-hearted soul went and rushed to help a fellow bleeding from his stomach? I was about to start worrying about me gloves now, was I? I reached out to give the man a hand. But if you look at this overcoat now, it's clear. These stains couldn't have arisen from Mr. Migoda trying to pull the victim to his feet. They're from stabbing him! No, if that was what really happened, the blood wouldn't have splashed all over the front of the coat. The only explanation for this pattern of blood is that it splattered over Mr. Migoda's coat when he stabbed the victim in the stomach. Yeah. I tried to run from the truth for long enough, but there's no escaping it now. The true culprit in that case, Mr. Mason's killer, Magnus McGilded. It was Magnus McGilded the whole time! Mr. Naruhodo, that horrible case is solved at last, and I helped the man walk free from that trial! I used all the twisted testimony and all that sham evidence to prove his innocence! How could I have let that happen? I don't know. Did you believe him, though? Did you believe Mr. Migoda was innocent? I don't know. I believed. Rather, I think I was trying to believe. I wanted to. Because believing in those who were representing court is a defense lawyer's greatest weapon. A weapon? Before we came to Great Britain, a great friend of mine taught me a valuable lesson. You mean Kazuma-sama? Listen, Ryunosuke. We lawyers are only human. We can't know for sure what is the truth and what's a lie, which is why we must resort to our primary weapon. An unwavering belief in our clients. That's what we really have. Unwavering belief. Only when we truly believe what our clients tell us can we fight with everything we have for their cause. In any battle, there can be no victory without faith. So I believe you, unwaveringly. But that is dangerous. It is dangerous to have that kind of belief in your client. Especially because, like, that's the thing. Everyone deserves a defense attorney. Even those who are obviously guilty. So, I mean, believing in your client is... What's funny, Gina? Oh, sounds like this empire in Japan you come from. Everyone must be soft. Well, come on. Look at the mess it's got you into, believing in that bog trotter. Yes, I inadvertently helped a murderer walk free. Well, at least you earned your lesson now, eh? Believing in people's never worth it. Someone's always stabs you in the back in the end. As soon as you let down your guard, you're at it. Take a leaf out of my book. Believe no one. Get hurt by no one. But... It's just... No. That's just... Gina, may I ask you something? Even so, even so... Believing in people... I'd just like to make absolutely sure. What would you like us to do with these representation papers for tomorrow's trial? Come on, Gina. How many times do I have to say it? Rip them up and chuck them away. Are you really sure that's what you want? I bet that's what do you want to know? Mr. I'm a believer lawyer over there? Don't forget it was me in that trial 2 months ago. I led everyone up the garden path, didn't I? And you're telling me you could believe in me after that? Not likely. Well, Mr. Naruhodo, a lawyer's primary weapon is an unwavering belief in his clients. Ultimately, it comes down to whether or not I feel I can trust Gina after everything that's happened. It's just, but what choice do I really have here? I have to believe in her. Although I can hardly believe myself that I'm making this choice in spite of everything. Let's just put it down to one of life's little curiosities. Gina, let me say it again. Please allow me to represent you in tomorrow's trial. Eh? You have begged? Not at all. You've not once admitted to committing the crime, have you? What's more, I believe that you're telling me the truth. Seriously, Mr. Nero Odo. Although, didn't you hear all of what I said before? I'm a born liar. Fears will just trip off me tongue. And I'm a diver, don't forget. I pulled the wool over your eyes 2 months ago, and I got you in all sorts of trouble. Why would you ever trust me now? I just don't get it. Gina, I do understand why you choose not to put your trust in others. But I assure you, there is more to this life than you realize. What do you mean? The world we live in is full of people you would do very well to trust. People who won't ever let you down. It's true that I'm just a student of law and I'm certainly lacking in courtroom experience. But I can promise you this. Whatever happens, and until my very last breath, I am completely on your side. So please, please! What do you expect me to say to that? Gina... Then it's decided. I will take these papers now and carry out the necessary preparations for tomorrow's trial. It would be a shame to throw them away now after it's been penned with your name so beautifully. Do what you like. Your Eastern blood are... I don't know what you are. I don't get you. Gina's taking herself off the back of her cell. She'd never admit it, but I hope she's feeling relieved. It turned out alright in the end, I think. But we gotta have to go in without an assistant, right? Whoever's hiding there, share yourself at once! Eavesdropping is the height of cowardice! Mrs. Sato? Somebody's there in the shadows. I can sense it. Somebody who wasn't there before. What? Blimey, you're sharp, eh? Oh! Hey, Gregson. I suppose you were using one of those mythic Japanese arts, like the art of stealth I've heard so much. If anyone was being stealthy, it was you, Inspector. Grexy. Oh dear me, I'm almost terribly sorry, your ladyship. I didn't mean to startle you. How long have you been listening to our conversation? Good grief, listening in? No. I just got word that there were some visitors who were refusing to leave, even though it was after hours. I assure you, your ladyship, I only just arrived. This very minute, not a moment earlier. Yeah, that is all. Nothing untoward. Nothing at all. After hours? Is it that late already? So then, I humbly excuse myself now, your ladyship. Ta-da, toodaloo, cheerio, all the best, bye-bye, bye-bye. That's a lot of farewells, and not one of them appropriate for her ladyship. Oh, but I wanted to have chat. I'm terribly sorry, but time is pressing at the minute. Oh, I see. That's a shame. I don't get this emergency. If I don't get this emergency that Supreme Court deal with is sharpish, Lord Strongheart will, well, emergency? Lord Strongheart? Nothing, forget I said anything. Anyway, I'm off. Alright, Gregory, if you have to. Well, let's chat soon. Delighted, charmed, can't wait. With your peace, my pleasure. That's a lot of pleasantries, and not one of them sounded sincere. How do you deal with that guy? He's so funny, he says all such silly things. It's certainly entertaining to see the inspector of the police fawning to a 10-year-old girl. But anyway, I wonder what this emergency is at the Supreme Court. I must attend to the court clerk's office now before it closes. Yes, of course. Thank you, Mrs. Sato. Kindly escort Iris home now, Mr. Naruto. I shall meet you there later. Okay. Alright. And so our investigation came to an end. Sasada-san went to file the necessary papers for my defense of Gina the following day. And then it hit me. I could no longer suppress the wretched feeling that had been gnawing away at my insides. Tomorrow, Sasada-san would be leaving Britain and making her way back to Japan. Oh. Now, Hana-san, it's been a very trying day, hasn't it? I hope you're not too exhausted. What about you, Sasada-san? Today has been ever more trying for you, I'm sure. Was her shoulder shot before Gina was arrested? And all on the back of the news was that her father had fallen ill and that she must return to Japan at once. I hope your father recovers soon. Thank you for your kind words. I wonder why it is that so many thoughts rage in my head like a storm, and yet I seem unable to find the words to express any of them. I know exactly what you mean. Anyway, I have one final task to complete as your judicial assistant. Once that is done, I shall make preparations for my departure tomorrow. One final task? It's just 2 months since we arrived in London, but we've managed to establish this office. It was finally feeling as though we were settling in. If I would be lying if I said I felt no regret. I'm so sorry, Sasada-san. It's just so sudden. I really don't know what to think. I've had no time to gather my thoughts. I know we've only been here a short time, but in my limited experience of the courtroom, I feel I've learned something. And what would that be? It seems to me that there are so many facets to people's personalities. And like a jewel, the light plays off of them in complex patterns, illuminating their actions and their motives. But we only see a small number of total facets. And what is illuminated is only a part of the whole story. But we only see it. That has to be a typo, right? What lies in the shadows is what do those facets we cannot see look like. Perhaps there are some parts we'll never lay eyes on for as long as we live. That's so true. Sometimes I feel as though I'm blind so much, but I keep hoping that one day it'll all become clear. That all facets will be illuminated, and I'll finally understand how everything fits together. Naruhodo-san, I suppose what matters is that we keep our eyes open and keep moving forward, even if the way sometimes seems dark. It's amazing to think it's just been 2 months. You've grown so much. Sorry, I've what? Oh, no, it was nothing. Unimportant. She's the younger one here. She's 7 years younger than me, and yet she's acting like a mother. She's like a proud mother at this time. Do you know what time you will leave London in the morning? Yes, I picked up my ticket earlier. I shall be leaving here at 4 AM. I see. Well, I'll escort you to the station. Absolutely not. Sorry? I'm sure you realize why I couldn't possibly let you do that. You have a very important day ahead of you tomorrow. Gina's trial. Yes, I know, but every word you utter will have the potential to determine Gina's fate. You must get as much rest as possible, even though, like me, I'm sure you will find it hard to sleep. But please, for me, do try. You mentioned one final task a moment ago. What did you mean? Oh, I nearly forgot. Please, I want you to have this. What is that? Some huge bundle of documents. It's my notes from the case 2 months ago. The murder that was committed on the omnibus. The McGilded case. It seems to me that this case of Mr. Windibank's murder, of which Gina is accused, is very much tied up with that omnibus case, in ways that are not yet completely apparent. So I took the liberty of consolidating my writings about the case for you. That'll be very helpful, with everything else she's had to think about. Sasada-san still managed to do this, and all neatly laid out for me in her beautiful handwriting. It was my pleasure. I can only hope that it'll bolster your case tomorrow for Gina. I thank you so much, Sasada-san. I will do my best to use it wisely. You really are the best judicial assistant in the world. Well, that's extremely flattering. But I'm sorry to say that I've been a complete failure. Sorry? I didn't quite catch what you said there. Oh, ignore me. I was just mumbling to myself. Oh, wow. We have so much here. Well, it's getting rather late. Victim deceased on the last omnibus on the day of the stab wound. Mason Milverton, male, brickmaker, East End of London. Mason Milverton. I didn't. Wow. Defendant, Magnet Gilded, Baron von Zeeks, Lord Barrick von Zeeks. Conviction was assured with 3 eyewitnesses' testimony. However, a surprise 4th witness testimony and acquittal due to insufficient evidence. It was getting rather late. I think you should go to bed now, Naruto-san. I must finish packing up my things in my room. Sasada-san, I wish you the very best of luck tomorrow. Good night. Wait, there's something I need to say. Yeah, I'm Frank! What was that? A secret technique of mine. The Sasato's shutdown. Shutdown? Please, I implore you. If we have to voice our goodbyes, I won't be able to hold back my tears. Oh, Sasa. Oh. It truly has been a trying day. On our feet for hours, getting Gina to open up to us and learning the truth about the nemesis of a case. Physically and mentally, I was exhausted, and yet the idea of sleeping seemed impossible. But I forced myself to close my eyes, and as a cacophony of scenes of our lives here in London played through my mind, eventually, my fatigue triumphed, and I fell into a deep sleep. Oh, I'm really gonna miss her. Oh? Oh? The small hours? What is that? Yes, I quite understand. That is a great weight off my mind. Oh? Rest assured, I shall put everything in place, exactly as we discussed. Thank you so much. It has been an honor and a pleasure to be acquainted with you, Mr. Sholmes. On the contrary, the pleasure's been mine. I bid you farewell, and Godspeed. My dear madam. Oh. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh man. Oh man.